The Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal is set to deliver judgment earlier than expected. And this is a massive one that will change the landscape of Nigeria's democracy. The judges knows that the fate of Nigeria lies in their hands. We will come back to this particular news, but first of all, let's look at the interesting events unfolding in the Federal Capital Territory based on the verdict that the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal is set to deliver sooner than expected. All eyes on the judiciary has suddenly become the theme in Abuja. A lot of billboards recently were erected in Abuja, which had all eyes on the judiciary as its signpost. And that's not all. Even some people went as far as customizing t-shirts and bags with this particular imprint. And this is a clear indication that Nigerians are following every bit of information coming out from the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal. This is a clear indication that Nigerians want the rightful winner of the presidential elections to reclaim their mandates from the court of law. Peter Obi and his legal counsel team performed excellently in the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal. Peter Obi and his team dug up various dirt and information hidden away by INEC and APC from Nigerians. Peter Obi and his team unraveled various mysteries concerning the presidential elections conducted in Nigeria. And with all of these information and data put together, it clearly shows that Bola Ahmed Tinubu's disqualification is 100% certain. Nothing can save Bola Ahmed Tinubu at this point in time. Nothing can save him in a legal standpoint and in a legal viewpoint. The only thing that can save Bola Ahmed Tinubu at this point in time is only magic and stories and also fictions. We all know how Nigeria operates. We all know how Nigerian politicians can be so manipulative when it comes to the dealings and aspects of Nigerian politics. We've heard various magical statements and magical stories in the past. And don't forget when snakes swallowed millions of naira from a particular institution in Nigeria. And don't forget where monkeys vanished with millions of naira in Nigeria. Without the magical touch and stories in Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's disqualification is 100% certain and guaranteed. Bola Ahmed Tinubu have shown that he is not fit and proper to rule and lead Nigeria. Nigeria being the most populous black nation in the world. Tinubu successfully has made Nigeria to be unconducive in doing businesses, and that is why foreign companies are leaving Nigeria gradually. Big international companies in Nigeria are gradually pulling out. Take for instance GSK. GSK, which is a foreign company known for its wide-range prescriptions, medicines and vaccines, decided to leave Nigeria all of a sudden. This company that operated in Nigeria for over 52 years left the country, stating that Nigeria is no longer fit and proper. Nigeria lacks the vision. Nigeria lacks prospects for growth and development. And this is a big blow to Nigerians and its leaders, because a private company that has operated in your country for over 52 years cannot wake up one morning and start throwing jabs to your country. They said Nigeria lacks the prospects for development. We have no vision. We have no plans for development. And it's true. You can't blame GSK for leaving Nigeria, because Nigeria so far, and with the way and manner we are moving, this current administration is set on crippling all forms of businesses in the country. And that is why foreign establishments are pulling out gradually and moving to countries like Ghana, Benin Republic, and so on and so forth. And just in case you haven't realized, the sudden departure of GSK from Nigeria will lead and also contribute to the level and amount of unemployment in Nigeria. It will also lead to expats leaving Nigeria, because GSK employed over 400 skilled Nigerians in their companies. And what do you think will happen? These over 400 skilled Nigerians will have to leave the country and seek for job opportunities in Western countries. And this is the exact thing Peter Obi warned Nigeria against. When Peter Obi made this statement, a lot of Nigerians felt like he was speaking Spanish. Peter Obi, in his own words, said that to try to fix our nation and to turn our nation around, we must move the economy from consumption down to production. When Peter Obi made this statement, a lot of you guys called him a wayhouse economist. Even Bola Ahmed Tinubu called Peter Obi a wayhouse economist and a master of wrong statistics. Tinubu prefers we rely heavily on imports instead of trying to produce our own goods and export them to other countries in the world. That is why companies like JSK can insult us and leave our country after working in our country for over 52 years. They know that Nigeria lacks the prospects of development. We know we can't produce. We know we can't even export our own goods and services. And that is why they can come out openly and say that we lack plans and vision as a country. How can a country of over 200 million people lack vision altogether? All of these things reflect on our leader. It shows the kind of leadership we have in the country. We don't have futuristic leaders in this country, and Peter Obi saw the future, but nobody realized. Bola Ahmed Tinubu in his new administration did not prioritize local production of goods and services, but instead went straight to the removal of fuel subsidy in Nigeria. He removed the fuel subsidy without placing various policies and factors that will also help the fuel subsidy removal in Nigeria. And that is why the judiciary have a very big verdict to make. The Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal have a very big call to make. The fate of Nigeria lies in their hands. The growth and development of Nigeria as a whole lies in the hands of these judges in the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal. Until rigged elections are treated the same way as cool, democracy will continue to be in danger. And that is why the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal must do everything necessary to uphold democracy in Nigeria. The Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal may deliver judgment 24 hours before the expiration of the constitutionally mandated 180 days. The court, who previously scheduled 17th of September as the date to pass a verdict, has given hints and tips that the verdict may come sooner than expected. And this is a step to the right direction, because we cannot have a leader in Nigeria that came through various forms of backdoors. We cannot have a leader in Nigeria that did not meet basic criteria to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that is why the court and the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal needs to pass a verdict as soon as possible, so as to save democracy in Nigeria, so as to save a layman living in Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's disqualification is 100% guaranteed and certain if the court follows the constitution to its perfection. Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot escape disqualification, and we have a video that exposed 10 reasons why Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be disqualified. If you want to watch that video, click on the video showing right here on your screen. Click on that video and I'll see you there.